What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rockling Road Show. I am Alvie.
I'm the 1-3, baby.
And we're coming to you live from the headquarters of the Rockling Road Show, the 1-3 bar. Good week.
Good week, man.
Yeah, we had
Last week worked out pretty good, except for the show.
Except for the videos, and we're a little whitewashed, so I'm gonna fix that a little bit. We tried, as many of you guys know, we had our bike night over at Bourbon On Main. We're gonna talk about that here during the show, but yeah, so we did our bike night, and we tried to do a full show, and the internet there was literally dog shit, and we just couldn't do it. So we closed it down, and then we took the phone around and did it that way, and that seemed to work a bit better, I think. And then
Except you were always on, and I was never on.
Yeah, you weren't around. We got distracted, but so we've got some ideas for next month when we do it to be able to bring a show. It'll be a lot like the second half of that where we were walking around, but yeah, so we're just still trying to figure it out, and we'll go from there. So HD, what's going on, brother? Thanks for checking in.
Woo!
Thanks for hanging out with us again.
Man.
Okay, let's rock and roll. Let's pay some bills. So let's jump into the show. We got kind of a long show, so I want to make sure we get it all in tonight. So.
Yeah, man. So as always, we're brought to you by Misfit Metalworks. Misfit Metalworks offers CNC plasma cutting, welding, metal fabrication, and prototyping services, as well as laser engraving. You can contact the Misfits for all your metal needs at 813-598-7409 or stop by the shop at 1913 East Bears Avenue, Unit 1100. Bravo. That's in Tampa, Florida, 33613. Let them know the Rockling Road Show sent you.
Also brought to you by Eric Warren Artistry and Dropkick Customs. Eric Warren Artistry is a custom paint and fabrication studio that specializes in turning all of your custom dreams into reality. EWA offers a one-stop shop for all your paint, metal and fiberglass needs, welding, full powder coating, motorcycle stereo equipment, air ride systems, custom wheels, and parts development with their Epic line. Contact Eric Warren Artistry at 813-503-4764. You can stop by the shop at 13215 North Nebraska Avenue, Suite A, Tampa, Florida, 33612. And, of course, let Eric know that we sent you. And also brought to you by the Franhosh Law Group. Franhosh Law Group provides legal representation for victims of negligence. They handle a broad range of personal injury and wrongful death matters, including truck and motorcycle accidents, slip and fall injuries, and much, much more. For all your legal needs, you can contact Franhosh at...
Oh, yeah, I was sitting here. Sorry, I'm going like this. Yeah, see the shirt I'm wearing? For all your legal needs, contact Fran Hosh at 866-LAW-FRAN or lawfran.com, or you can stop by the offices at 1275 Nebraska Avenue. That's in Palm Harbor, Florida, 34683.
Awesome.
And so, I know we don't have any more sponsors, but I do want to throw a couple quick shout-outs.
Do it.
I want to shout out to Crown Trophy, Kirk Kellerman at Crown Trophy.
Yep.
Here in Tampa. I don't have his address, phone number, and stuff, but we can get that and we can look it up. I also want to do a shout out to Skyview Drone Photography. Andy Barrera from there, he's been helping us out with all of our imaging, all of our pictures. We're running around crazy at these events and stuff, and Andy just, he takes all the pictures.
Andy does Andy, man.
Andy does Andy. Andy is awesome, man. He does a great job with it. So if you're local, Central Florida area, you need drone photography or anything like that.
Real estate photography.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
All that stuff. He does all that.
Yeah.
He does mainly real estate stuff. But,
yeah.
But I know he did a project for a company up north that had a
freighter
come through. Yeah, and he went out and did all that stuff. So. We're gonna play some of Andy's handiwork for you guys from the bike night as well. So, So let's see. Sybil's join us. What's going on? Ken, sup, fellas? What's going on, brother? Dan, what's going on, my man? Digging the shirt.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I saw Ken's name pop up, and I'm going.
Brings your eyes out. I like it. Dan,
too kind.
Love the shirts. Oh, that's awesome, Dan. I'm glad they all worked out. You got a shirt and coffee mugs or tea mugs and
tea mugs.
They don't drink a lot. I guess you don't drink a lot of coffee over in the UK, from what I gather. It's all tea, right? Earl Grey tea, right?
Earl Grey.
Yeah. All right, so
English breakfast.
English breakfast tea. Yep. So so as we kind of led the show with it, we did have our bike night over at Bourbon on Main. A very good turnout. I was actually pleasantly surprised.
I was about to say the exact same
Yeah.
thing. We had well over 100 bikes.
Yeah.
For our first bike night, and we really didn't advertise as much as I think we could have.
Sure.
I mean, we threw it on Facebook a lot. Every time I could, I would share it. So, I mean, word's getting out. So hopefully next one will be better.
Sybil, Ken, are you hitting on the 1-3? I don't know about that much. But yeah, no, it was a good event. We know because we've been to Bourbon on Main before.
Yep.
Not a large venue.
Right.
So the parking lot gets full very quickly.
Very quickly.
So you're combating that, and we've talked with the owners, and we were trying to see if maybe we could shut down the street, but apparently they are only allowed to do that like once or twice a year, so they save it for their big events.
Three times
Three times
a year that they can do it, but
Yeah.
somebody else can do it for
Oh.
them. Hey, if you want to shut it down, you can do it for like 3 times, and you can do it. They're kind of...
So we're working with it, trying to figure out what we can do. We're taking suggestions from everybody. I know one of the suggestions that was really noted throughout the entire event was the band is inside and everybody is outside.
Yes.
That's kind of when we were given the opportunity to host the bike night there at Bourbon on Main. That was a concern that we had because of how the venue is set up. And we thought, okay, we can bring the bands outside, but once you do that, then you create an issue because you
lose
parking lot goes away. So we're still trying to figure out. We're still trying to work with it, but yeah, it turned out better than I thought it was going to turn out.
Yep.
There was quite a few people there, and we
couple
did
vendors.
Yeah, a couple vendors showed up, and I've got talks with at least one other vendor to come on down. We had Baca out there, which was really cool. We put them on the spot there. I don't think they were ready to talk, but it's all right. That's what we do. And Baca was great to have out there. Bikers Against Child Abuse. Nothing bad. It's just a great organization overall. They do some really cool stuff for kids, man. And anytime, as many of you guys know, man, we like to help out our community, and we like to help out our the future of our communities. And anytime we can get in the way of bullies or assholes or anything like that, it's a good cause. So.
Absolutely. So I'm looking at the screen. That's why I kind of look over to my right here. Dan was putting on there. He says he's put the special mugs on display because he don't want anything broke or damaged. He says they're precious to him.
I love it.
Now, is that kind of like that ring from Lord of the Rings?
My
precious. Hey, and don't worry, Dan. If you do break it by accident, we do have some for sale.
I'm sure, and I'm sure we could track some down too. Ken, have some UAV breaking news to announce on your show. Hit me with it, Ken, or do you want to do it? We could maybe set a show up one day and have you guys join us via Skype or something like that. If it's news like that you want to break out, so we can definitely do that as well. Did you have a great time at last week's live bike night with Connie Lackey?
Yes, we did.
Evening gentleman from Garth. What's going on, brother?
Garth.
Yeah, man. Like I said, the bike night was a rousing success.
Excuse me while I get a drink.
Yeah. It came out. It turned out pretty well. We did learn a few things.
Yes.
One of those things being, we teased everybody about a bike show, and we teased everybody about all these bikes that we were gonna judge, and then I got home, and Kim was like, You didn't show any of the bikes.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we didn't. And part of the reason was the way we had it set up, the bike show bikes
were
just scattered everywhere, and we didn't have them moved into a position for the bike show.
We learned something.
So so this week, Or this week.
This
month, we're going to have a place sectioned off for them so that we can put them all up front. And then that way we can make a better video presentation of these bikes. Because the other problem we had with it was trying to find all the bikes that entered the bike show was the other problem.
Yeah.
Walking around a parking lot looking for these little...
At night.
Little stickers at night when the parking lot is not well lit. So that was the other issue we had. So we're going to play with it. We're trying to figure it all out.
We've never done this, so.
Yeah, well, and the other thing, too, is that parking lot doesn't have great lighting. So, so we may or may not even be able to do much video after the sun goes down. So we'll see what happens. We'll play with it, and we'll make it work is really what it boils down to. And Dan saying had a good idea, good location for a bike venue that would also be making a grand opening very soon.
Yeah.
Why don't you get in touch with? There's.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, we can talk to you about that
Off air.
Yeah, we'll talk to you off air about that. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on.
All right, what's going on? UAV has been invited to Sturgis 2021 by the Buffalo Chip in August. Looking to see it. All right, man. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's
if you guys
awesome,
can make
dude.
it happen. That would be cool. So that's awesome. So United American Veterans, that's a shirt I'm wearing today. They do this stuff here, the signs and everything for those that don't know. They make these so where there's concealed spots so you can hide your valuables, hide your personal protection.
Hide your jewelries.
Your jewelry, whatever you want.
Whatever.
You can put anything in there. It fits like about somewhere in there. But they do all this stuff, and they have charities that they're all about, and so everything helps the charity. They have several, and Ken, you're gonna have to help me out with those because I do know you have a bunch.
Yeah, and a lot, obviously veteran-owned companies, so they're very veteran-forward as well, and helping out with vets as well. So so that's great, guys. I hope you can make it. That's something that is a bucket list item for the two of us right here. So
we would love to get an invite like that.
to get out there and just take in.
Oh no, I want
Sturgis.
an invite like that.
Oh, that's even better, right?
That's a bucket list.
That's
right there.
that's.
I'm going to Sturgis.
Yeah.
We're going to Sturgis.
But I mean, that's super cool. All right, so what I want to do, because the next section is going to be quite lengthy, so what I want to do is I want to share some of Andy's handiwork with y'all.
Oh yeah.
And we're not going to update audio right now. This is a video that Andy Barrera from Skyview Drone Photography put together for us for the bike night. It is probably quite loud. Oh, it won't. Hold on. It wants me to update this, or it won't play the audio. Eesh.
Crazy, man.
Nope, I can't do it. It wants me to end the broadcast, so nope.
We are not going to end the broadcast. We are not
All
going
right.
to turn your monitors down.
Yeah, the audio's not going through. So,
it's not?
anyways, there's music in the background. That's really all you're missing. But it was really just wanting to show you guys all of the video that Andy put together. The music makes it 100 times better, and I apologize, but I can't update the audio because it wants me to shut it down.
He even got a picture of himself. Oh, these trophies, man.
The trophies from Crown Trophy, Kurt Kellerman, they were awesome.
Wow, man. They glow. They have little lighting, LED lighting, and it was really cool, man. Really outstanding.
I should just find music and play it in the background. But, so you know what? I might. Whatever.
Nah, don't worry about it.
There's Baca there, and then Andy went down a line and got us some pretty cool shots of the bike.
Yeah, it's pretty neat how he went over the. Normally I'm behind the bike.
Yeah.
He went kind of over the
top,
seats, which was pretty cool, man. So as y'all can see, the parking lot's not all that big. I think next time we're gonna have right in front of us, in front of where we're sitting, we're gonna have the bike.
In the every rider category with Mark with the hair soft down.
This is the bike show, the awards ceremony for the bike show.
your bike up.
Hold your bike up. Someone told him to hold his bike up.
I'm just gonna fast forward here a little bit because this has voice and everything in the background. These are the trophies, so you can see all the trophies were lit up.
We were thinking like they were pictures.
Again, thank you guys.
Amanda was taking
For
pictures.
everybody out here. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you
that
guys for
bike
making a
won.
bike show what it is. It's all for you guys out here. Come out here and have some fun.
But there you go. So unfortunately, because the audio wants to be a pain, but there you have it. That's our good friend Andy. Skyview Drone Photography does an amazing job every time he comes out and does an event for us.
It's crazy.
It's always good, man. We have too much fun with it. He does such an awesome job with it. I know he enjoys putting all that stuff together too. So
It is work for him though.
it definitely is work. Yeah, I mean it's a hobby that he's one of those lucky few that gets to do something
That he loves.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice.
Well, I get to do what I love.
Yeah.
I get to ride my bike
There
every
you,
day.
there you go. Dan, it's a big dream shot to get a business deal with such a big name and brand, but that is where opportunities come from. I'll chat with you to pick up. Yeah, we'll definitely chat for sure. Buckle up, boy. We can see if we can make it happen. If you have the days available in August, we can tag team it there.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I wish, but this year, man, I'm using all my leave.
Yeah, you're going up. You're going over to the UK,
I'm
right?
going. Well, yeah, I gotta
Oh,
go.
Don said that he was hearing the music on his end, so
So it did.
well, there you go.
Cool.
Apologize for that then.
Awesome. How's it
And
going, Don?
I love the highlights of that. Yeah, so like I said, Andy does a great job. That video is awesome. I think you posted it on Facebook.
What's that?
That video.
The video, yeah. No, Andy did.
Andy did.
And I just tagged us.
Tagged it. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys can probably find the video. If not, I'm gonna download it and I'll post it to
It's really good.
to this thing as well. So so there you have it. That was the Bike Night Bourbon on Main. Had a great time. We're doing it this month. I keep saying next month. It's the first.
The last Thursday of the month.
Last Thursday of the month. I kept saying it was the third Thursday.
Yes, you did. And I'm sitting here trying to, and that's what was driving me crazy. So I reconfirmed with Connie. It is the last Thursday of the month.
So there you have
If
it.
there's 3 Thursdays, it'll be the third Thursday.
There you have it. So so cool, man. We had a blast. It was a good time, and looks like we're gonna have some more fun with it in the future. So
Yeah.
so if you guys are in the area, please come out, check it out, hang out with us, man. We'll have some fun. So okay.
It did make for a late night, though.
It did make for a very late night. All right, so now we have the meat of the show. This is what we're kind of getting into tonight. The funny thing is I was looking for topics to talk about tonight, and it was kind of a slow day in the motorcycle world. There was a lot of news about accidents and all that shit, which is usually there.
Well,
I saw one article that I thought was really cool, and but it was a female rider related story, and we've got something in the works where we're gonna have a guest on the show who happens to be a female rider who happens to talk about the empowerment of female riders.
Should be right here.
And that's what I want to wait and do that story when she's here, because I think it'll just have that much more of an impact.
Right.
The other thing is you found a really cool thing today.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Did you got a picture of it?
It's on my phone. I didn't get it.
Oh man, I got it on my phone too. Maybe we can show it to you. Anyway, there is a thing called the Electric Glide, not Electric Glide, but Electric Glide. It's coming out next year or the end of this year, 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have. I can.
Look at my page. I said there.
I can shoot it to myself, and then I can
put it up on the thing.
put it up on the
So
screen.
before I talk too much about it, it's I actually think I have the story too. So let's look at the story. I'll read a little bit of the story. It's actually pretty cool. Now I gotta find it, right? So
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Oh crap! I just shrunk everything down. There we go.
All right. So I got to share my screen here,
Yeah, share your screen.
so everybody
Check
can
this
see
out.
it. All right. So there it is.
Tell me that this thing's not cool, man. This is really, really cool.
So as the 1-3 said, it is the Electric Glide, and yeah,
There's. Oh, where is it? Come on, man.
I got it right here.
You got the story? Yeah, because.
Oh no, it won't load the post now. So
Oh, that means
anyhow,
they got rid of it.
yeah. So anyhow, Harley came out today with a new bike, and they announced it today. It is built off of the Harley Davidson Livewire
Built off the live wire.
technology, and being that it's a touring bike and a bagger, they have more room for batteries,
Right.
so you can have more batteries, so more distance. And then the kicker here is you can see that it still has it's got exhaust pipes,
Yeah.
so they're keeping the look of the bike, and then but the real kicker,
The big one.
the big kicker is that they've boosted up the sound system on the bike, and they're going to be able to play Harley Davidson engine noise through your sound system, so you can sound like you're riding a really cool bike down the road. If y'all haven't figured out yet, this is an April Fool's joke.
But I tell you what, man, they did a decent
But
job.
whoever did the picture here,
Yeah.
it looks
Photoshop.
awesome.
Whoever did this Photoshop, man, they did a great job.
It looks good.
They should not have left the exhaust, really. They should have put the stretch bags on it. And I tell you what, man. What was the first thing I told you when I got off that bike?
Yeah,
I called you.
Right. If they make one in a bagger, I'm buying it,
Yeah,
or I would buy it.
I would buy it.
And I mean, honestly, like I said, it looks the rendering. The guy who did the picture did a phenomenal job, because it looks really freaking cool.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe they do come out with it. I don't know.
Maybe they'll take this April Fool's joke and
do
go,
something with it.
"Hmm."
It's kind of
Good
funny.
idea.
You gotta do. You gotta love the April Fool's jokes with Harley Davidson, because there's been quite a few. There's been quite a few.
Vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom. Yeah.
And
HD, interesting. It does look good.
It does. They did a really, really good job on this.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously you don't need the exhaust pipe, or you keep them there because it looks cool. It doesn't look terrible.
No, it doesn't look terrible, or you convert it to something, a function of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, because you got
Storage.
weight, right?
Storage, whatever,
Yeah.
man. Extra batteries, change it so it look, something.
But
Maybe
yeah,
that's a battery pack.
electric. There you go. Electric bagger is very good. Dan saying Honda's producing limited of 100 Honda Groms with a 1,000cc engine, doing only 100 bikes, with 50 being promised to come to the UK by this year, but not confirmed date yet. They're been built in an anniversary of Honda Fireblade success, and sales such powerful. Dude, a Honda Grom with 1,000cc is
No way.
stupid.
Well, there we go. That came out today, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Which
So
also means
yeah. So there you have it. Yeah. I mean, if Harley Davidson takes this artist rendering of that bike and goes with it, they could have. I'm just gonna say they might have something on. They might have something that people would want to buy.
And here's the thing: if you keep the price point the same as it is now, and then that's going to be hard.
I don't know that it'll be that much harder. I really don't, because the technology's there, right? The technology's there. The battery is there. It might be a little more expensive because you should be able to get more batteries
A little bit more
in
battery in it.
But overall, the price structure shouldn't change all that much.
Well, there is more on.
Now, hold on. I'm sorry.
Stereo, lighting.
So you're talking keep the price point with a Street Glide,
yeah.
okay.
Which is $30,000.
Yeah, I think what would have somebody made I saw, like, I was going through that story and people were making all kinds of comments, and funny ass comments like where do you put the tampon and all kinds of other stuff in there, but the funny one that I saw was so it'll be just as expensive as a CVO. Which I could see. I could see that, right? I could see it being like a CVO price, if it's a real, if it becomes realistic.
Okay, and then
it's pricey, but it kind of mirrors the EV model with.
And are they still getting? They're only getting 100 miles, right? Is that what you're getting?
Yeah, I think in the city you get about 90, and then on the highway or cities like 80 highway. But I mean, again, too, like, well, if we're talking about it in realistic terms, you're going to be able to get a bigger battery in that. And then the reality of it is if that does come out, it's not going to be in the next. It'll probably be in the next 2 or 3 years. And then by that point, battery technology has gone exponential, and you get all kinds of stuff with it. So.
My issue there again with that is I like to ride.
Yeah,
100 miles. That's going to the grocery store and back.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I think, and that's the thing, and we've had, and I don't want to.
Let's go on, Matt.
I don't want to drum up, just keep going on it, but the reality of it is that technology period is an exponential curve, right? Sure. It's not linear. So as that technology increases, right? Tesla's the first guy, technically, right? Tesla's the first one that came out with a production all electric vehicle that looks good, that sells, that people want, so forth and so on, right?
Tesla come out with the platform first, and then they put the different bodies on top?
Yeah, but I mean, they developed the technology to be able to have a full electric vehicle, because up until that point it's always been hybrid, right?
Right.
You get a little bit of both, right? Tesla's the first one that came out with a legit full working model. And then the thing that Tesla did is they don't own the patents on anything. They release the patents, so they're public patents. Okay. So everybody can take their technology and improve upon it, which is going to speed up that exponential curve, right? So as those years tick by, you're going to get to a point to where your battery on your EV is just as good as a tank of gas. That's going to get you 300, 400, 500 miles on a single charge. And then the caveat to that is now charging technology is better as well.
Right.
So now you're literally going to a charger, sticking your charger in, and in 5 minutes, you're back on the road with a full charge, hitting another 300-400 miles. Now, is that going to happen in the next 2 or 3 years? No, it's not. But it's within our lifetime, for sure.
Well, that's pretty cool. I like it. But I'm a vroom vroom.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I think that of all the vehicles, because I mean, look, Dan knows this better than anybody.
Yeah.
With emission controls being what they are, the amount of gas powered vehicles on the road is gonna go down. It doesn't matter what we do, that is happening. So, do you get to a point where nostalgia takes over and motorcycles just stay the way they are? Do they go by the way of all the other vehicles out there? I don't know what the answer to that is, but it's coming. There's nothing that we can do about it. We can't stop that wave.
Well, they're not going to stop, making fuel refineries and stuff like that, because there is so many gas vehicles out there.
Yeah, but I mean,
and a lot of things, almost everything runs on fuel.
Well, I mean, our federal government is saying gas free by 2030 something or whatever.
2035,
whatever it was, right?
There's no way. I think it's an impossibility, because there are so many vehicles out here still with gas. You still have to have fuel.
I mean, yeah.
And you can't depend on non-fossil fuels like
what's
solar
going to end up happening is it's going to get to a point to where the demand for gas is so low, because there's so many EVs out there, that when the demand goes low, supply follows that, and then now you're going to go into a situation. Think about the 70s with the fuel prices, where you were paying $8-9 a gallon of gas. That's coming. It's coming.
How old were you in the 70s?
I wasn't alive during the gas shortage.
That's what I figured. Yeah. I was.
I don't think I mean, if I was a little baby. I was born in 79, so I think gas shortage was probably mid 70s.
Yeah, mid 70s.
Like 74, 75ish.
I was 5th, 6th grade. I remember lines. I remember long lines.
Yeah. Dan, I think electric bikes and even cars, the sale of a bike will come to inevitable be a lease or financing sale of a vehicle, because of the 3-4 year battery become worn out, and they likely fuse the vehicle frame. It's a good investment when the vehicle is not practical long term. Yeah, I mean, again, I think what people do is they look at EVs today, and what we got to really do is we got to think of what EVs are going to be in 10, 15,
Right.
20 years. They're not going to be the same thing that we're looking at today.
No. See, and Garth and I are on the same page, man. They can have their quiet bikes, their electric shit. Me, I like fossil fuels, and I like loud pipes. I love the smell of fuel, exhaust.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Who's going to pay for the road since fuel taxes are well, I tell you what, Dan, that is something that the state governments, federal government is actually looking at, to where they're going to figure out taxes that they can impose on EVs because of that very reason.
They're gonna have to.
Yeah, they're going to have to. So they'll trust me, the government will find a way to get their money.
What a long tangent just because of an April Fool's joke.
Right?
But
I
really,
know.
I mean,
This is why we have the
This is
show.
why we do what we do.
The sale of oil will eventually become illegal in the European Union. That will guarantee the home of where oil come from. We'll start to eventually see what been strapped for cash. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody is under the idea that fossil fuels are a thing of the past.
No.
It just is. And in today's world, and today's I don't think that they're a bad thing. I think that they have their uses. But there's two things. There's two reasons why fossil fuels are a thing of the past. One is availability. We only have so much of it. Eventually, we're going to run out of it. I mean, whether that's in our lifetime or our children's lifetimes or our grandchildren's life, I don't know. But eventually, we're going to run out of it. It's a limited resource that we have. The second thing is, it's obvious, and again, bear with me. It is detrimental to the environment, right?
Okay.
Not to say that, and again, I'm not saying that EVs aren't, because they're not carbon neutral. They still require minerals to be dug out of the earth and everything. So I get all of that, but the reality is that fossil fuels are limited, and federal governments, both in this country and abroad, are doing anything and everything to get off of fossil fuels.
Okay.
Our president right now
Oh God.
listen, I'm not getting political, but our president right now is pushing the Green New Deal across the board right now. And that is the whole, carbon neutral and EVs by 35 and no fossil fuels and solar power and wind power and all this.
So what are they going to do with all these vehicles that we have now? They're going to go in the garbage?
No, I don't think anybody is under the assumption that if we go all EVs, that all gas vehicles are going to be gone. Like, you have to get rid of. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But
are you sure?
Yeah, I don't think that they're not going to listen. They're not going to make you go, hey, you have to turn that car in and get an EV. That's not going to happen. But what's going to happen is Chevy, Ford, Toyota, all these manufacturers are going to stop making gas-powered vehicles. So then when your gas vehicle breaks and you can't fix it anymore, and you need a new car, you're not going to be able to buy a gas-powered car. You're going to have to buy an EV. And that's how you're going to get to a car or to an all-EV nation by 35 or whatever.
Your mama saying she's having a beer in Mesa.
At the Hitchin Post, nice. Mesa, Arizona. I've never been to Mesa. I love Arizona, though. They're on their way up to Sedona, which is one of my all-time favorite spots in the country.
If you find a Volkswagen Beetle body
out in Arizona,
I need it. Bring it back this way with you. Throw it on top of the camper or something.
Dan, everyone everywhere will always be money grubbing to do something to make money. Two wheels are a joyous thing. So many people can still have a hand and foot over there. Take that away and people's happiness. Yeah, and I mean, again, I don't know. I think I don't want to look too deep down the well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you, HD. Keep repairing old shit. That's right. What is
Don saying still will have products dependent on petroleum products, medical supplies. Absolutely, and I'm not. Again, I mean, look. I work for a guy who is in carbon. That's our base. I mean, we pull coal out of the ground, pulverize it, and sell it.
Like Jet's going to be EV?
They're working on it. They are. They've been working on them for a while. I don't know, man. I don't think that we'll ever be completely fossil fuel free.
I don't think so.
But I also am not naive enough to sit here and say that we will have fossil fuels until the end of time. It is a limited resource.
We won't have it till the end of time, but I will tell you, I mean, think about how long it took to make the fossil fuel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, don't you think, this is bringing it down to what we use. Obviously, we're not replenishing it as fast. It's not being replenished as fast.
Right.
But it is still being
replenished.
Yeah,
you could say it that way, right?
It's still being replenished because
stuff is still dying and still compressing and all that. I get it.
You still have things happening on the earth.
Sure.
So you're still having oil is still being made or whatever it does underground. It's not manufactured, but you know what I mean.
No, I hear what you're saying.
You got decomposing and whatever, all that shit going on, and so it's happening. It's not a never ending thing. It's not a never endless supply, but it's there.
Yeah.
And it's constantly there, and it's always there. And
yeah, I mean, again.
And natural gas, all the farts that they did.
But let's see, oil's not created by fossils.
Yeah, I wonder if they will find oil on Mars or anything like that. I mean, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, exploration, right? We have till the end of my time. Do what you want after that. Unfortunately, there's too many people in government that think that same way. But yeah, again, I don't think any of this. Obviously, right? I don't think we're going to be completely. I mean, obviously,
by 2035. I mean, come on, man.
Well, I think, like I said, I think
14 years from now.
What I think is you will have vehicle manufacturers that only produce EVs, and then that'll start that ball rolling, and that's how that's going to happen.
Is Ford starting to do that? I mean,
everybody's got an EV now, right?
Right,
Ford.
They're opening a brand new plant, I think, in Mexico. It was supposed to be here in the States, but something happened. We won't talk about that. But so it's going to Mexico, but it was here first.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's an EV plant. And that's what it is. That's what they're gonna make.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody's got one, right? Ford electrified the Mustang, which is terrible. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
it's awful.
It is, well, you know what it is? They didn't have a name for it, so they put the Mustang name on it.
Which was the worst idea.
They
come up with your own, because it
yeah,
doesn't even look like it looks like a damn SUV. But
yeah, well, that's what it is.
But then Chevy electrified the Hummer, which actually looks good.
I haven't seen that.
It looks like a Hummer, and it
was a good thing because the Hummer only got 9 miles to the
yeah.
gallon.
Well, and the numbers, the preliminary numbers on the Hummer EV were stupid. Like
really that good?
Yeah, the performance on it was just insane. Like my brother sent it to me. And he goes like wide eye emoji. Like this is the shit. Like if they actually get that out of that vehicle, they're going to sell a lot of them because it's super. It was really, really neat. But yeah, I mean, everybody's got one now. That's just the way. That's the way it goes. So, I don't know, man. I'm not opposed to EVs. I'm not. I think they're cool. I like the Tesla. I think the funny thing is
cool.
Here's the funny thing though is I like the Tesla less for being an EV and more for all the other cool shit that a Tesla does.
Yeah,
like the self-driving and like I don't know if it was you that told me or somebody was telling me like if a Tesla's driving down the road and it comes across another Tesla, like they link up somehow and they just like they'll follow each other.
Yeah,
which is crazy. But yeah, I think like that's what I like more about Tesla. Now the fact that it's an EV and it does pretty well, right? And you can get pretty decent mileage out of a Tesla.
Right.
It's
I didn't even touch it.
You didn't.
I didn't even touch it.
It's just cool, man. The biggest debate with bike and cars that if we do have no choice but to have electric bike or car, they need to be able to emit an actual care or relevance noise to the vehicle so pedestrians can hear you coming by safely, and not a whirling sound either.
Well, you know, they were having issues, and this was told to me when I test drove the Livewire.
Mm-hmm.
They said there's been issues that people, they don't hear it.
Sure.
They look one way, they look the other way, they look back, and they're coming out and they're bam.
Yeah.
Because they don't hear it.
Yeah.
And that little whining doesn't mean anything to anybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a
Some kind of audible device that can only be heard in front, a high pitched whip whip or something. I don't know, man.
a whisper do or whisper don't.
Yeah, whisper. Hey, don't walk in front of me.
All I could think of, I don't know why, but all I could think of, or I don't know if you guys down here in Florida probably don't think about this, but they used to sell these little like little horns.
They're here, yeah. The
that
deer.
you would put,
the
the deer horns, right?
Yeah.
That you'd put on your
Mount
bumper.
them in your car. Yep.
And driving through, the wind would go through them and it'd make a noise that would scare the deer, supposedly scare
High
the
pitch.
deer away.
It's a certain.
That's all. I don't know why, but that's when you were saying that. That's all I was thinking is like these two big horns on the front of a bike that, as you're going through, just starts whistling, whistling at you, or like the Stuka, right, from World War II, Stuka in the dive bomb, just wee all the way. So that's all you hear the whole time you're riding by, is just wee. I don't know, man. Just funny
shit,
stuff.
It's an app on your phone. He's saying, "Oh,
I mean, that's not outside of the realm of possibilities, really."
Well, on the dash of the Livewire, there is the dash is touchscreen.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like an iPhone.
Yeah. So I mean, you could have something up there.
Well, I mean, I think what he's saying too is like, you'd have something in your phone, so like when you're walking up to a street, because EVs don't make sound or whatever, but EVs like a Tesla can communicate with a cell phone to say, I'm in proximity, me, and it beeps or does something to keep you from crossing the street or something. Again, not outside the realm of possibilities for sure.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, like they communicate to each other, like you said. Yeah.
So
cool.
definitely something there. But I mean, I don't know, man. I think this is where I think cars are done. In my opinion, we're gonna see all EVs. Eventually, there will not be.
I can't build an EV. I'm building a damn car.
I'm just saying.
Gas powered.
I'm just saying. I think gas powered cars. Again, maybe not in our lifetime.
All right.
Maybe not in our lifetime.
I'm
But gas powered cars are gone. Now, again, I look at it and go, okay, so there's got to be, because you're gonna have car collectors,
right.
You're gonna have motorcycle collectors.
Yes.
You're gonna have truck collectors, so forth and so on, right? So, does it become a situation like, and this is a terrible analogy, and I apologize for using it this way, but my terrible analogy is in Australia. Okay, in Australia they did that gun buyback, right? So everybody had to get rid of their guns.
That's a horrible.
Now, and again, I don't want to get into any of that.
Yeah.
And it's a terrible analogy, but
Yes.
it works.
Right.
And the reason it works is, so in Australia, they do have permits and licenses for gun collectors.
Right.
So you can own a antique firearm.
Right.
Okay, because you're not, I don't know the full extent of the law down there, but I know for a fact that you have permits for antique firearms. So then, does that? And my analogy is, does that now translate to cars to where you get a permit that allows you to own
What about I want to drive it on a damn road?
Now, but the question then becomes: Do gas stations? Will gas stations still offer petrol? If all the vehicles being made and all the vehicles supposedly on the road, right? We're talking,
Right. We have to start making.
Calling 100 years in the future, right? So yeah, do you start making your own fuel? Like where does that go? Because I
know
picture
how to make my fuel.
I picture like in the future, right? that petrol stations become plug-in stations that people are just going to pull in like a Sonic almost, right? You pull in, and instead of pushing the button to order food, they just plug you in, and you sit there for 5 minutes, get your fuel, and then
Pay
take off and go.
$150,000.
Whatever it is, and you go. But you know, I mean, again, that's just
I get it, man.
what a crazy tangent we took here.
I know, man. All off of April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
So
This is the stepstone for what should be done and incorporated as standard. Yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, some people would disagree with that.
yeah,
I think that, we're kind of pushing, people and the powers that be are pushing that, that narrative, and that is kind of looking like the way it's going. So.
okay. So check out Saunders Metacycle. If you want a fun EV bike, it's $5,000, but you won't be replacing gas baggers anytime soon. True.
And hover away. Jetson style, right?
Oh, shit. All right, so let me see something real quick. I'm going to look this
The
up.
government on both sides should be prepared. The service station is done first before cars were been sold compliant with the future boost of electronic bikes. Yeah, I mean, everything, it'll all that, everything's going to have to change, right? Infrastructure is going to change.
Right.
Yeah,
it is.
all that stuff will change. So, I mean, and who knows what that changes and what those things do. I don't know. I really don't. We're gonna save.
Gotta put my eyes in.
We're gonna save the bikes of 2020 for next week, since we.
Yeah, we got this. This is looking pretty good here.
We'll
All right,
kick
that's
it off.
interesting. Maybe you want to pull that up. Let's see what this is. Okay,
What is it?
it's Sondor SONDORSX.com. It's actually, this is pretty cool.
All right, pause that.
Okay, who said that? Phil, thank you.
I'm gonna share this with everybody.
This is actually pretty cool.
We'll let everybody watch it.
Yeah. We'll all learn something at the same time. Oh, thanks, Dan. Dan says great show.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate
Hey,
that, brother.
let us know if you get the sound. It is just basically music. But this is a pretty cool looking bike here.
Oh, it's narrow. Did you see how narrow it is?
Yeah, very narrow. That's here in the U.S. It looks like.
Medicine. There
Pretty
you go.
cool. Pretty cool.
The meta cycle. Interesting.
For everyone. And at 5K, we'll have to look up some more of the specs on that and check it out. See what kind of mileage it gets. What kind
80
of
miles on a single charge.
80 miles on a charge. How long does it take to charge? I actually like it. I mean, it's monoshock. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, $100 deposit, $5,000 plus shipping. Q4 2021 is the expected ship date.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so anybody wants to look that up, it's SONDOR. Here, I'll just type it
Yeah,
in
just
here.
put the link in.
DORSX.com.
Ah, Phil, thanks again on that. That's pretty cool. I've never heard of that one. We've done a couple stories on electric motorcycles.
That's the wrong link.
That's
sorry.
X.
Yeah.
X, not C.
DORSX.com.
Yeah.
My fingers were faster than, or my brain was faster than my fingers. So it's the second one there, guys. If you guys want to check that out.
Yeah, not the first one.
Very cool, man. Very cool. All right, let's hit some events real quick, and then like I said, we'll we'll redo this story because I really want to talk about it. It was a real cool article from Cycle World where they took 400 and some odd bikes, divided them into 10 different categories, and then picked the best bike in each of those categories. And so yeah, we'll talk about that next week for sure.
Yeah. So I'll just.
What's a money making saving perk in the UK? Electric bikes and cars, you pay no road tax. Yeah, that's the same here in the States, Dan. But it's funny because all of the states are missing out on taxes, on road tax. So their coffers, so to speak, are getting a little light for road maintenance and things like that. So they're trying to figure out a way to get that because here in the States we get it from gasoline tax. So yeah, they're trying to figure out a way to get more taxes there. What do you do?
Nothing. I don't know what happened to it now. Damn it.
Okay.
I'm just messing with stuff.
I need the vents up.
I know. I tried typing on that one spot and it wouldn't let me. You'll see.
Oh, I know what you're trying to do. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, for some reason it wouldn't put it where I wanted it. Yeah, because there's no way. I call BS on that.
Yeah,
man.
that's all right. I know a lot of people are gonna call BS on it. So
yeah, I think they got paid for that one. All right, so the first thing is Ruckus on the Ranch, April 9th through 11th. It's going to be at, 18733 Phillips Road, Brooksville, Florida, 34604. It's a full working ranch, which is pretty cool, but camping is available. There's weekend passes for $60 a person. Really? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So day passes are $20 on Friday, $35 on Saturday, $15 on Sunday. Or there are VIP stuff that's available, $125 a person. $225 per couple. You save $25. That's pretty cool. It includes 4 meals, 10 alcohol tickets under the VIP tent, and 1 swag bag per person. Meet and greet with the musicians. That's awesome. There's too many musicians and stuff to do.
yeah, I took it all out.
So tickets will be available on the Eventbrite. Eventbrite goes live February 1st, so it's already live.
Yep.
Eventbrite.com, Ruckus.
Hey, just go to eventbrite.com and search Ruckus on the Ranch if you'd like to pick up tickets for that. Next one we're going to talk about is our good friends at United American Vets. I don't know why I always have trouble saying it. You know what I think it is?
It's American United is what you're thinking.
Yeah, and then I see UAV and I think unmanned aerial vehicle and I get all screwed up. But anyways, the 2021 annual Boots on the Ground Poker Run and Concert. This is going to be up in Jacksonville at the Flamingo Lake RV Resort. Saturday, May 8th from 8 to 10. It's hosted by American Legion Riders Chapter 9, the Flamingo Lake RV Resort, and Dick's Wings. A lot of cool benefactors for this event. K9s for Warriors, Project Vet Relief, Mission 22, Florida Fallen Hero Memorial Fund, Reach Across America, and Trees for American Troops. There's going to be a hot rod car show as well. Bunch of music all day long. Special guest is going to be the saluting Marine Staff Sergeant Tim Chambers. Again, that's from 8 to 10 Saturday, May 8th.
I think it's 9 a.m. to 10. 9 to 7?
I think
music.
Music starts at 9. But yeah, come on, hang out with us and our good friends over at UAV as well. And then the last one we want to talk about, we finally got a venue for this. Go back.
Did I miss it?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Finally got a venue set up for our September 11th 20th anniversary memorial run. Of course, this is going to be September 11th, which is Saturday. The location is going to be Quaker Steak and Lube. We're still kind of in the prelims right now, but registration is going to be at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., just like we did last year. Kickstand's up at 1, last bike in at 6:30. $20 a rider, $10 a passenger, $10 for an extra hand. We'll give $100 for first place, $50 for second place, and if you get the worst hand, you get your money back, and trophies for all winners of the day, provided by our good friend Kirk Calliman at Crown Trophies. All proceeds to benefit the Children's Burn Camp again this year. Again, we finally have our location. Now we just need to find our stops. We're open to suggestions by anybody who wants to throw them out there for us here in the Tampa Bay area to help us out.
Yeah, you notice how we said Tampa Bay area because Dan, I know you'd throw something. For,
yeah,
we can't get to England.
That's
Although the very next day I will be flying.
you will. Still looking for vendors and sponsors. We got a couple of verbal commits. UAV is going to be out there. Wade Whiskey from Heartstrings for Heroes will be there. Writer Now Magazine as well.
We got Sam Brower from Lady Phoenix. She's going to be out there.
Awesome. I'll have to add that to the list too. Yeah. So we're trying to raise a boatload of money for Children's Burn Camp. We did $8,000 last year. We're trying to at the very least double that. So hopefully we can do better than that. We're promoting the hell out of it this year. We promoted it for a month. Not even a month, less than a month last year. So we're trying to get ahead of the ball game here. So, so if you're in the area, if you're not in the area, drive in to see us. If you're in the area, send us out to everybody you know. Excuse me, in the local area, so we can get as many people here.
Honestly, we will take. If you want to make a donation, we're more than happy to take a donation.
Yeah, I might look into it, and I might set up a
donate button.
Yeah, like a No, I don't want to say GoFundMe, but like something like a GoFundMe to where people can donate money who aren't in the States or who aren't in the local area, but still want to help out a super amazing, great cause. So,
yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Being it's the 20th anniversary of 9/11, make stops at 9/11 memorials. That is actually a really cool idea. I was thinking too of doing stops at fire stations or police stations.
We did fire stations like probably 10 years ago. I remember doing a poker run at fire stations. Yeah.
Spoke to the burn camp director a couple of days ago, and right now everything is a go for camp this year. That's super awesome. I love to hear that. Just a great organization. I got to meet the director of the burn camp this past year when we presented them the check with Fire and Iron.
Right.
And just super good people, man. And seeing the people that work there, one of the ladies that worked there was a mother. She had a child who was a burn victim.
Right.
And she got involved because her daughter went, and she always wanted to help out, and her daughter was like, no, this is my thing, let me do. So when the daughter aged out, the mom went back and then started giving her time to work for the organization. Cool. So just a really cool spot. Yeah, I've looked into the STARS page on Facebook, and we don't meet the criteria because we don't have enough followers. There's all kinds of weird shit there. I've looked into it and tried, and I can't. It won't let me. So I need to look back and go back over it and see. But I'll figure something out. We'll get something to go. I mean, we still got several months to do this, but yeah, we'll figure something out and get something out there for everybody who can't be there. But yeah, I like the idea of 9/11 memorials. We'll have to see. I know we've got several of them.
There's a
here,
couple of them
so
here.
maybe we'll have to find something. And maybe we can do. That'd be kind of cool. We can do something with that too. And the other thing with this ride too, the 9/11 ride, it's going to be an all-day kind of event. So you can come and hang out and do the ride. You can come and visit all the vendors and listen to music. And we're still trying to line up bands, but we have a couple that we want to talk with, see if they're willing to help out as well.
Did you see one of them's losing a bassist?
I saw that.
Really upset.
That's a little sad, but I know they'll find another guy.
Tugging my heartstrings.
I know they'll find a new guy and they'll jump back into it. Of course, we're talking about our good friends Stone Gray,
Dalton.
Yeah, I'm sure Dalton's moving on to some bigger and better things for him. I definitely wish him luck. He was a fun dude. He's a character for sure.
He is a character.
Definitely a character. But all right, guys. Well, I think that'll do the show for tonight. Thank you. By the way, thank you for, in a good way, hijacking the show tonight.
We actually like that. We do.
No, I hate it because I busted my ass to try and find a top. No, I'm totally kidding.
No,
this was awesome. I'm glad. I'm actually intrigued that an April Fool's joke created a tangent that long.
Is there a way we can go back and change that?
Yeah, I can.
All right.
But yeah, it's again, this is why this is what makes this show fun is when it's not just up. We're not up here.
Down, Garth.
We're not up here just reading a script. We're actually interacting and having fun.
We do that. I mean, yes, we have a script. We do have things, and basically the script is an idea.
Yeah.
Tells us, hey, where do we want to go? And yes, there is things that sometimes we have to
read. But no, it was fun. Thank you again for
thanks, Phil. Appreciate
thank
it.
you again for hijacking the show because
Yeah.
it made the show fun tonight. So
Every Thursday, Phil. So
yeah,
this was his first time watching.
oh, there you go.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Yeah, every Thursday 7:00 we're here, and if we're not, we always make a post to let everybody know if we have to do it a day early or a day
Right.
late because of my work schedule. If it is your first time here, please do us a favor, like, share the video. Go to our Facebook page.
Go to the community.
You're obviously already there because you're watching it, but yeah, share the page with your friends. Let them know that we're out here, and follow the page, and that way you can get notified for every time we put a video up. Or I've got a bunch of pictures from Bike Night that I'm going to throw up on to Instagram, which would then post over to Facebook.
Ooh, Daniel Hopkins. I like that.
Next week, famous movie motorcycles. Okay, I'll look into it. See what we can put together.
Yeah.
Coolio.
Cool.
All right, man.
I like it.
Well, again, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We had a blast. I've got nothing else. No?
No, I'm good, bro.
Good to go. You guys keep it rocking. We love you.
Keep the rubber side down, baby.
We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks for hanging out.
Peace.
See you.